Hi, it's Becca back again on YouTube after like a year away in my very own storefront. We are gonna make glitter snow globes today. If you would like the kit, it is linked down below. And without further ado, we are gonna jump directly into what we have going on.
Okay, so you're getting pre-drilled snow globes, but I'm gonna show you how to drill for a snow globe anyway. I use my husband's drill because mine is pink and weak. So, and then I use about 5/16 for a drill bit. It's about like this. Slow and steady. There it goes. And then back it right back out. And it broke through just a little. And knock this off. You guys can see my feet. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. There it is. Back it right back out. And it's perfect. Just like that. No dinging, no nothing. Perfect. You didn't break the seal. You're going to be able to put a glue dot over there, so you're perfect. That's all for that part. It's very easy. Okay, so in your guys' box, if you chose to buy a box, you're gonna receive this, which is a little squeeze bottle, and 5 ounces of clear school glue. But because I make so many at a time, I have this bad boy and this. So I am using some of the Polymer Clays from Dare to Sparkle because the cup that we're actually making is a s'mores cup for my husband. So because we're using the Polymer Clays, we're going to fill the glue up to about halfway because I want a really slow flow. I would fill about 1/3 of your bottle to about here or about here if you want a really slow flow. It's completely up to you guys, so I'm gonna go fill this up and then put some water in it and mix it up before I come back. Okay, so in your kit, you're gonna get a pre-drilled snow globe. You're gonna get Elmer's glue. You're gonna get a squeeze bottle. You're gonna get a full sheet. This is one that I use, but it's gonna be a full sheet of Gorilla Glue dots to seal. And then you're gonna get 4 glitters and UV resin. So what I'm using, because I'm not gonna use these, those are just for demo purposes. I have my glue mixture. I use some warm water, just like some generic old-fashioned warm water, old water. What am I talking about? And then for my 4 glitters, what I'm using is Crystal Lake from my website. This is just because I'm in my shop, so I'm not using bags for that because I already have it. And then I'm using Mule Lake, which is a metallic brown. And then I'm using Millwood Lake, which is a metallic like champagne color. And then for my 4th that I'm adding is I am adding the s'mores from Dare to Sparkle, and they're so cute. If you wanted to do it without a massage gun, I recommend adding just a little bit of warm water to the bottom of your cup. And that's gonna keep your glitter from getting really stuck in the base of it, just like this. And when I say a little, I really do truly mean just like a little. So we have barely any down there. And then I'm gonna put the lid on my warm water. Now there is a little lip, as you can see, so you can do this with glitter. And we are just gonna knock those bad boys right on in there and then use a little devicey thing, whatever you wanna call it. You can use pretty much anything you want. And we are just going to put them through the hole and encourage them to fall down. This one I actually wanna break up. There, that's better. I didn't want all of them. There we go. And you go, and you go. And I'm probably gonna speed this up in post-op.
Oh, look at this. I'm speeding it up in post-op. Look at all that magic. I really don't know what to tell you guys, but I just didn't want dead air.
So then you just kind of want to shake it in, knock it against your hand. You want to be careful when you do this. You see we got them floating down there already. Now, be careful when you do this. This bottom lip is easy to pop, so I use my hand, I take it off the table, and I just knock it down like this. As you can see, we're just knocking them all down. And as they fall down, you can see they're moving pretty freely. You're gonna use a massage gun, which I will link the massage gun I got from Amazon, which Prime days are coming, so it may or may not be part of Prime deals, I don't know. Again, the links I'm not an affiliate with Amazon, so they're honestly just like, this is what I use. So here's painter's tape. And we are going to make a little wall around, just like this. Make sure that it's kind of squeezed on there pretty good. And I am going to do ultra fine first. Now, here we go. We're gonna do about that much. I'll turn my massage gun on. Before I do this, make sure that I brace my massage gun against my thumb and I angle it down so that you can see it knock in. Now this I'm just knocking in without the massage gun on, and you can see how much faster it is. So you can do this method with your hand too when you're putting glitter in. Just like that. I recommend, again, keeping it off the table. So we'll just show you what it looks like when you use the massage gun. It vibrates in super well, very quickly. Just like that. We're gonna add a little bit more. And I'm gonna use the massage gun from here on out.
So I definitely thought about speeding this up, but I really didn't want to because I wanted you guys to see it just how it looks like in real time.
See the difference in noise when you do it right against your thumb versus just without it? There you go. Oh wait, no, never mind, we got more. Come on, Becca, get with the program. There you go. Not a lot of this one. And that's just a personal preference. There we go. And then we are going to add the rest of the clay polymers. I've never used a massage gun with clay polymers, so I'm not sure how this is going to work, to be totally honest. We're going to find out. Actually, it works pretty darn good, in my opinion. They're dropping in pretty quickly. Again, keep it braced against your thumb. Those are dropping in so nicely. Reminds me of like a video game. I don't know why. They're harder to drop in the less there are. It's like they're pinging off each other instead of dropping in. Let's see if I can get these off the tape. Get them to go in. Okay, I'm just gonna drop these last few in by hand. And the reason the glitter's sticking to the top of the cup is because I had put that little bit of water in first. You can dry it. I chose not to because I was being lazy. Like, let's be honest. That looks so cute. Okay, we're gonna add some of the, whatchamacallit? Crystal Lake. Like, whatchamacallit? I don't know, Becca. It's your glitter. What do you call it? It's Crystal Lake. Thanks for checking. Watch how easily this drops in there. Okay, so we have about 1/3 of the cup filled. I think that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna leave that for now. So here's the not so fun part. Let's put all of our stuff away and I'll be right back. Okay, this is where I tend to kind of make a mess. This is, again, that thicker school glue. I did about half and half. And then see how slow that is dripping in that cup? I don't know, can you see? So I have the tip just off the edge and I'm very gently squeezing, like very lightly.
This probably took me about 5 minutes total, but I sped it up for you guys. Changing up the angle was because I was bored, not because it did anything.
We're about halfway, and I'm just going to clean up the top a little bit because we're dripping down the sides and I don't want that. I mean, barely any mess at all. Let's wipe that top off really fast. And I just keep a stack of paper towels in a trash can nearby. Here we go. Clean that bad boy off. So this is kind of what it's looking like right now. And you can see that slower flow. It's so pretty in my opinion. I like slow flow. Your flow speed is your own preference and your customer's preference. So just because I like something doesn't mean you have to do it that way. Okay, now we are about a ½ inch from the top.
I really did consider speeding this up, but because people struggle so much with the last part, I wanted to show this in real time, but I don't talk a lot. So I'm really quiet here because I'm focusing so much. You can kind of see my index finger pulsing just a little, and you can see those bubbles.
Okay, we're getting there. It's just taking a lot longer as you get to the top.
So yes, you can kind of hear the kids in the background, but also see those bubbles? You don't worry about them. They're not going to be a problem later. Just keep watching. I promise it'll make sense.
Pretty close. Still gonna keep going.
Those bigger air bubbles are gonna pop for you on their own as you keep adding this fluid. All I'm doing is gently moving the angle to help those bubbles pop and make sure I get as much of this glue mixture in as I possibly can.
Okay. I realize when I film I say okay a lot, so that's gonna be fun to take out in post.
Or not, because I'm lazy and I left it in. So if it bothers you, tell me in the comments.
Trying to pop some of those bubbles right at that tip. We'll see. You can always add just a tiny bit of warm water here if you want. That is easier to fill as you get to the top. But I'm stubborn. And I don't want to. Okay, here we go. That's pretty darn full there, you guys. So again, we're gonna clean the top. It's pretty full. We are gonna add just a little bit of warm water. It's gonna fill it right up to the top. Well, right up to the top as it is right now before we clean. And part of the reason I use warm water is when you're doing this, it cleans the top of it. So you get a really good seal on this tape that we're about to put on. Okay. It's looking pretty good. It's dry to the touch. We're gonna grab our painter's tape. I'm gonna tear off a small piece. We're gonna take it right over the edge of that. Right up on the edge, take it over the lip. I use my fingernail to like drive it right down on that edge, just like that. And seal it down. So the hole is right there, and then I'm just gonna seal a second piece going this way. So from here, if you don't have a massage gun, you can shake with your hand. You just go like this. It takes a long time. It'll count all your steps, but like that's how that works. That's what you do here. Now, when I'm using my massage gun, 2 things. Be very careful. Brace it against your thumb. Don't go right up on that seal. So here we go. So again, up against the fat of my hand and off the seal. Checking. So what we're gonna do now is we have a little bit of space. This is so pretty. And you can see we got about a 1/2 inch at the top of this. So we're just gonna flip it over. We're gonna peel that right off. I'm going to add hot water to this to fill up the extra space. You can add your glue mixture, you can add hot water, it's truly up to you. This is just a tiny bit slower than what I really, really want. So we're gonna add warm water. And as always, it's up to you and the glitter flow that you want. If your flow's perfect, add more of your mixture. If it's too slow, then add some warm water or just add regular water. This is looking really, really good. Now I'm just being impatient. And so I'm making a mess. So we're gonna let that kind of degas and settle in through that hole, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Okay, so now we're gonna seal. You guys get a full sheet of these in the box, otherwise they're just Gorilla Glue dots. I've torn one off, and here's how I do it. So here's the hole. Make sure you clean your butt really well. And then you go, I center it. You can see right through there. You can see where the middle is. Press it. The faster you yank that off, the better off it peels off. And then there's your sealed butt. And now you're gonna need a glove or two, depending on how messy you are. I use resin rockers, which is what's included in the Gremlin box. And we are gonna just put a small amount. I go all the way up to the edge. Make sure this is not too thick, because if it's too thick, you're gonna have a hard time getting a level surface on it. Put your lid back on. I kind of just let mine self-level a little bit by going like this and going like this. Then I leave it. No air bubbles. 90. All right, so it's cured. You can see our little lip is right there. So now I'm going to do my first layer. And I just squeeze a tiny bit, not a lot. And I use the edge of it, or whatever you want to call that. The nozzle, I guess. And I put a thin coat. And as we're working through it, I use gravity to kind of self-level. We're gonna go right up there. I'm gonna go gently, very, very lightly over that first little dot there. Just like that. Here we go. Looks pretty good. You're gonna put it under the UV light. Just like this. And this is boring, so we're not gonna watch. Okay, and just like that, it's sealed. Shake it up. How pretty is that? When Nick comes back from mowing the yard, he'll have a new snow globe and you guys will have a tutorial. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. As always, enjoy. I don't really know how to end these anymore. But yeah, links are all down below. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.